Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. You see the thumbnail. I wanted to talk about fixing the New York Giants. Fixing the Giants. How do we fix this big mess of the New York Giants? Well, this is going to be a series. In this first episode of this series, I'm going to be talking about the quarterback position because there's a lot of arguments within the fan base on what's the best path the New York Giants should take in order to address the quarterback position. So for me, you guys know me. You guys follow me. You guys been a part of this channel for a while now. You guys know that right now I believe drafting one of the top two quarterbacks is the number one priority for the New York Giants in addressing the quarterback position. I've got a lot of pushback. I've had a lot of people that agree with me. Some people like one prospect over the other. That's fine. I think these prospects are 1A and 1B. I would be happy with either one of these guys. But you have some guys that like a prospect and some that don't like the other prospect at all. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. But we've seen a couple of other teams when it comes down to these teams having good rosters, and what's the one thing that doesn't get them over the hump is good quarterback play, consistent quarterback play, and the New York Giants don't even know what that is. We don't know what that looks like. The fan base don't know what it looks like. We can look at prospects, we see something, somebody tells us something different, and all of a sudden we don't believe what our eyes are telling us. But it is what it is. But we're looking at a QB market this offseason, right? Free agents. I think regardless of what happens, draft or not, the New York Giants will be going the veteran route as well to get a quarterback. Will that be Drew Lock? Hopefully not, but he scored 45 points in the game, and all of a sudden people think that he could possibly be a bridge. It is what it is with that. You're looking at, I've heard names like Carson Wentz trading for J.J. McCarthy, Justin Fields, Jameis Winston, Sam Darnold. There's a lot of ways that the New York Giants could address the situation at quarterback. But when I think about some of the names, like a guy like Sam Darnold, are you really willing to pay Sam Darnold $50 million a year? Because that's probably what it's going to cost you. And does Sam Darnold move the needle enough for the New York Giants? Not the coaching staff, not Kevin McConnell with the Vikings, because Sam Darnold was in a lot of places and he was not successful in those places. He hooks up with KOC out in the Vikings, out with the Vikings, and all of a sudden Sam Darnold looks like Sam Darnold, but a lot of people said he shrunk in that season finale game against the Lions. So which Sam Darnold are the Giants getting if we decide to go that route? Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz becomes a name now because a lot of people saw what happened with Sam Darnold and how he resurrected his career. To say, a bit, that he, resurrected his career. They think that Carson Wentz can do something similar. Now, Carson Wentz is an entirely different situation. Carson Wentz had success. He was in an MVP race early on in his career, and then things fell off after injuries. I think it's an entirely different conversation. You can't put Sam Darnold and Carson Wentz in the same situation because they are not the same type of player. They do not have the same type of career path. Justin Fields. Justin Fields is another name that a lot of people want to bring up. Now, for me, Justin Fields was an option last year. He still can be an option this year. Is he my number one option? I don't think so, because I believe that Justin Fields is still a project himself. He still needs some developing. So if you get Justin Fields, if the New York Giants decide to sign Justin Fields, and I do think Justin Fields can run a Brian Dable type of offense. What Brian Dable likes to do, I believe Justin Fields can do that. Is he somebody? But you have to put a different type of commitment. This is not going to be just a bridge quarterback if you get somebody like Justin Fields. This is not an experiment. It is an experiment actually, but you're not just signing this guy for a year or two and then let your rookie come in here, because he's not established himself. Usually your bridge quarterback, or what fits the mold of a bridge quarterback, is a guy that's already been established. You pretty much know what he can do, and you think that he can, pretty much keep the ride smooth and transition smooth when it comes to the quarterback. You're not getting Justin Fields drafting a rookie quarterback and all of a sudden, he's going to concede that at some point in time in a season, he's going to, this rookie's going to take over. We saw what happened in Pittsburgh with him and Russell Wilson, QB competition. Russell Wilson gets hurt. Justin Fields wins the spot, wins games with the Steelers, and then all of a sudden Russell Wilson comes in and takes over. It is what it is. I don't think he's prepared for another one of those situations. So anybody that signs Justin Fields, there's probably going to be an understanding that he is going to be a main focus of that team and pushing that team forward, and they're probably not going to draft a rookie quarterback high. So that's that's a big risk when it comes to the Justin Fields business. Not saying that it's impossible, not saying that the Giants won't entertain anything like that, but if you're getting Justin Fields, you're probably not going quarterback early on. That's just my opinion. Some people might think differently, but to me, it makes sense. Justin Fields is a developmental young quarterback. Justin Fields in his mind still believes that he has a chance to be a franchise quarterback. That is not the mindset of a bridge quarterback. And if you bring somebody like Justin Fields into the New York Giants fold, just believe that he's going to be trying to start and be a long-time starter. He has something to prove in that manner, and that's what you're going to get. And if you bring in a rookie against Justin Fields, I don't think that's going to be a good mix. For me, my number one mix, as far as my number one target, for the New York Giants this offseason as far as quarterback goes, and I'm thinking about the locker room. I'm thinking about some play on the field, but most likely the locker room and building a culture, and especially on the offensive side. Getting somebody that can lead men. And for me, it's Jameis Winston. And I know a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? Jameis Winston sucks. Jameis Winston is a mixed bag. He is one of the best 50-50 quarterbacks. You're going to you might get 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Yes, he's done that before, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And ultimately, they replaced him with Tom Brady and won the Super Bowl with the same roster. But Jameis Winston brings a different type of leadership that I think the New York Giants need, a voice in the locker room that the New York Giants need, especially on the offensive side. Somebody that still gets respect. Like I don't know another player that plays less than or plays in a role like Jameis Winston. He doesn't play a lot, but still has an impact where the team likes him, the media likes him, and players respect him enough to listen to him and allow him to actually lead. And this it's just a weird situation, but Jameis Winston has always been that kind of guy. When he was at Florida State, was that kind of guy. At Tampa Bay, even though his play wasn't where it needed to be, the team loved him. The team respected him. When he was with the Saints, the team listened to him. And he wasn't even playing. Cleveland Browns, you saw him play a little bit, but even before he was actually playing on the field, people respected him in the locker room. His words held weight. So for me, I'm looking at the New York Giants like, okay, you have Brian Daboll in a shaky situation. You have Joe Shane in a shaky situation. You need some stability. So for me, I'm like, okay, bring in Jameis Winston. I understand that he's not going to be the star of the show. He's not going to be the main plan, but he can keep things smooth. Well, one thing we know about Jameis Winston, he likes to get vertical. Brian Daboll would like to get vertical. Is Jameis Winston a runner? No, he's not what he was at Florida State. He was always an athletic pocket passer when coming out of college. There's tape out there. You can see he was making plays with his legs. But he's not the type of, or the prototype for Brian Daboll as far as, QB powers and stuff like that. He's not that type of guy, but he can get vertical. And that's something that Brian Daboll wanted to do, would like to do. We have a lot of receivers that get vertical. So that's the game plan. So I think Jameis Winston will be a good match to the system and what we need. And also he understands the assignment. When I say that, he understands that Jameis Winston coming to the New York Giants, he's a bridge. Certified bridge. You get Jameis Winston. You draft a rookie. Now, if you're drafting Shedeur Sanders, if you're drafting Cam Ward, if you're drafting Jackson Dart, if you're drafting Kyle McCord, or hopefully not Riley Leonard or anything like that. If you're going Dylan Gabriel, if you're going that Jalen Milroe, if you're going that route, I believe if you get a guy like Jameis Winston who can bring this offense together, offensive line, wide receivers, running backs, all that. And then you have that rookie, like Sanders, Ward, Milroe, Jackson Dart. I believe that's a better quarterback room than possibly bringing in Justin Fields in a rookie or Carson Wentz in a rookie. I don't believe the J.J. McCarthy trade is happening. I believe Sam Darnold is staying with the Vikings. But I just think the situation is Jameis Winston and whoever the rookie is going to be. I think that's a better situation for the New York Giants because there's a clear understanding that Jameis Winston, you are here for your leadership skills, but ultimately you will be replaced by our rookie quarterback that we drafted. But that's just my thinking. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section down below. Just wanted to get out a quick video. And oh yeah, I did see the Mike Vrabel news. Vrabel did get hired by the Patriots. So in my opinion, in a perfect world, he calls Shane Bowen. Shane Bowen goes with him to the Patriots, and the New York Giants get a new DC in the building soon. Hopefully soon, but I'll do another video hopefully when that happens. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.